welcome to the Paper Swamp. This is Tara. I am going to be doing another collaborative year-long YouTube hop with my friend Anna over at Peace Craft Love. We are going to be doing something that we titled the Iron Crafter. We all have supplies in our stash that we're not using, or at least not using enough of. I know that I have tons of miscellaneous items that really I just need to start getting them onto pages. So this challenge is going to help us do that. We will have 12 challenges, one for each month. Each month we will be using a different supply. This month's mystery supply is sequins and beads. So I have these beautiful sequin, and then there's buttons and bead mixes from my time on the Buttons Galore and More design team. I think I have probably 10 of these containers full, or at least mostly full of these mixes, and I love them, and I need to use them faster. I also was going through my embellishment drawers the other day because I'm rethinking how I'm putting things into those, and I have one that was labeled like plastic or acrylic type embellishments, and this set of Queen & Company's florals with sequins are in it, and it also has some brads in the bottom, which is what you hear all that shaking around. So I thought I would use that on this page as well. So here are the supplies that I pulled. This is a very old Heidi Swapp alpha. I pulled out 3 letters to create a partial title. This is a set of Simple Stories Color Vibes alphas. Not sure that I'm going to have the letters I need to finish creating my title for this layout. I also picked up this Vicki Boutin already completed mixed media background. That one's from her Let's Wander creation. And then I pulled out it's a hip kit club, and it has Vicki Boutin, and it had some Jen Hadfield in it as well. But this is what's left of that kit. I had already fussy cut the flowers from one of the pattern papers and put them back in the little baggie. I had some, and this is my way of trying to use this particular piece of pattern paper. I'm going to use it as a mat, and hopefully when I trim it down fully, you're not going to be able to see that division. Plus I'm probably going to layer some flowers, you know, around so that you won't be able to see it. This is a photo of my beautiful little girl, Emily. This photo was taken in 2015 in the summertime. We had gone down to Georgia to visit some people that we call our family, the Goldstons, and we had gone to Tybee Island. And she found some roses and she posed for me. This is some more of the pattern paper from the HKC kit. I believe this was all Sweet Rush by Vicki Boutin. This is one of the pieces that I'm going to be using. And then I had already cut out the center of this and used it for a different layout, and then I had this piece here left behind, and you can see that it's got some acetate behind it. And if you look really closely, you can see that I've already poked some holes. I'm going to be doing a stitched border around this, and then I'm going to be layering these pattern papers behind it for my layout, and I am going to be creating a shaker style layout. So I'll be back in a few. I'm going to do the stitching off camera because you don't need to see me do that, and I'll be right back. So the very first thing that I decided to do is I decided to go ahead and build the layout on that background piece of pattern paper from Vicki Boutin. I ended up not cutting into the full pattern, the yellow gingham pattern paper that you see on the right hand side, because I had this little tiny piece of scrap from another layout, and I decided to use that instead of cutting into that full piece, because my original thought is I was going to put a big heart behind that photo, but it ended up not going to be able to work with what I had in mind. So I just scrapped that idea and decided to just do this small little, it's actually a pocket card. I had cut it out, thought I might use the other side for a title on a layout, and didn't use it for that, but now I'm going to use it to layer behind this photo. I'm trying to make sure that I keep to mostly the center of this piece of paper, because that acetate piece with the frame that I've already got ready, it needs to be able to go over the top of it, and I don't want to cover up any of my pretty embellishments or my photo. You're going to see me just kind of build my layout. I'm not going to be gluing anything down on camera. I'm just going to put my fussy cut flowers around the photo, tucking them here and there. I'm also going to bring out those Queen & Company sequin flowers to put in the centers of my fussy cut flowers. I'll use the brads to adhere those as well. I'm not going to be using any of the sequins from the mixes just yet, because those are going to be part of this shaker page. I am still going to be checking to make sure that everything fits in my frame. Those little pieces of grid paper that I had as scraps set aside, I'm going to cut that down and make that for my journaling. I will write journaling off camera, and then I'll just glue it down when I glue everything off camera. I have decided to use the title I Heart You. I didn't have enough vowels to create the other title that I wanted to use, and you're going to see that I have to actually make a T out of an F. I do that off camera as well, but I just cut off the little leg in the center, and I use that up at the top to make my T. It works fairly well, and unless you look really closely, you can't see it. So everything fits behind my frame, and I'm going to put some things on top of the frame as well. Now remember, I still have to stitch all of this down, and I'm showing you I'm going to put sequins in the center of those as well. I did all of the gluing off camera, then I laid my frame on top of my completed background. I repoked holes because I didn't poke holes in the background in the beginning, but I repoked them, and then I hand stitched with a back stitch all the way around 3 sides of my layout. Now I'm going to dump in my little mixes so that I have some beautiful shaker elements inside, and then I'm going to hand stitch the bottom down, and then I'll have a completed shaker layout. So I have completely hand stitched all the way around all 4 sides of my shaker layout. I'm going to use some glue lines. I love the glue lines and the glue dot products because they adhere really well. I like to use those for buttons and anything that is hard. I'm using them to adhere these fussy cut flowers to the front of my shaker layout because it will stick really well. I have already put the brads with the little floral sequins in the centers of each of my flowers, so those are good to go. I want to thank you for stopping by my channel today. I hope that you check out the collaborative playlist in my description so that you can see what all of the other iron crafters do with this challenge. Remember, we're using beads and or sequins for the month of January, and in the end of February we'll have a whole new different embellishment to share with you. If you liked my video, click the thumbs up, and if you are not a subscriber, please subscribe. I love my subscribers. Have a great day. I'll include some close-ups of my layout at the end.